Mr. Duncan, you're recognized.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you for calling a very interesting and informative hearing. First of all, I want to associate myself with the opening remarks of my ranking member, Flake. I thought he made a good summary of what I wish was our position, and also agree with Mr. Lynch that it's unfortunate that all the members couldn't have heard the presentation that's been made here this morning, because I think all of us know that this afternoon we will pass, in the House at least, pass this sanction legislation by an overwhelming margin, and I think that's unfortunate, because I think you've made, the witnesses have made a pretty convincing case that these sanctions, this legislation is not a good thing to do, particularly at least at this time. I think that we need a more neutral foreign policy toward the Middle East. I think we need to try very hard to be friends with Israel, but we also need to try harder and do more to be friends with other countries in the Middle East. I read a year or so ago an interesting book called All the Shah's Men about Iran and some of our activities there, and in, unfortunately, many other countries, some of our activities to intervene in political or religious or ethnic disputes have created almost more enemies than friends for our country. Do you think, basically that's all I really have to say. I don't know if you have any suggestions as to how, if or when we pass this sanctions legislation, how we could do that, and still, or if there's something more we could do to show the Iranian people that it's not really aimed at them, but just really towards their top leadership, and almost even more towards one man at the top. If you have any comments or anything you wish to add, feel free to comment.
Well, I would suggest, Mr. Duncan, that it's very, very important to get the extra rider in this bill out of conference that gives the White House some degree of flexibility on this, that the executive branch would judge when implementation and under what conditions would occur. And I think we ought to be much further down the road before that implementation occurs.
Well, I think that's a good suggestion. Ms. Wright?
I was just going to add very briefly that there's always been a struggle on public relations on these initiatives, and we never have been able, over 30 years, to explain ourselves, what our goals are, to the Iranian people. Sometimes the White House or the State Department will come out with a statement simply saying our target is not the people of Iran, but that doesn't go very far. And the Iranians, of course, with their media monopoly, can spin this in a way, not just this bill, but any action taken by the United States as something designed to hurt all Iranians. And any effort to portray the alternative, that this is designed to, in the end, help them, could make a difference.
All right. Thank you very much.